Good evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Strongsville PTA's annual celebration of Founders Day. We're going to get the night started and start our Ohio PTA Achievement Award presentation. My name is Katie Hollbarger, and I have the pleasure of serving as this year's Council PTA President. We're going to start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We are so excited to honor this year's award winners from our PTA chapters. Thank you for all of you for attending, and a special welcome to our recipients' family and friends who are here tonight to support our winners from each of the PTAs. On behalf of the Council PTA, it's our pleasure to have so many people here from our school community. I'd like to offer a warm welcome to our district administrators, staff, school board members who are all joining us this evening. Also, welcome to all of you who are members of the PTA and to our past and present unit and council presidents who are here tonight. A few thank yous for running the event tonight. Thank you to the middle school and Jessica Boydum and her staff, especially custodian Nick, who was running around getting all of our stuff set up tonight. Thank you to Scott Benson and SCS TV for streaming the event for our family who could not make it here. Thank you to Renee Strong and her technical ability up there for running this awesome slideshow that we added to this year's event. Thank you to Dr. Ryba, Jenny Pelko, and administration and the board members for all of your support that you give to the PTAs throughout the year. A huge thank you to Hillary Yankello, who's up in the box watching over us all, and to Michelle Hill, who I think is sitting down here. She's going to receive her award tonight. They are awesome Founders Day coordinators, put a lot of hard work into planning the event for us tonight. So we truly appreciate everything that you guys have done that will make tonight special. So special applause to them. And we have a very special treat that I'm personally very excited about this evening. Under the direction of Miss Vicki Eicher, welcome to the stage our Strongsville High School choral group, Cantorum.
Which is a playful magical which depicts a conversation between a choir and its echo. We hope you enjoy.
Come President, Mr. Seibel.
The next song we'll be singing is O Magnum Mysterium. O Magnum is a a cappella song off the OMEA AA list. This song is a Latin chant about the birth of Christ. We hope you enjoy. The last song we'll be performing today is called Witness.
Witness is a spiritual arranged by Jack Coleman. We hope you enjoy.
Be a witness for my Lord. Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who will be a witness for my Lord?
Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? Who'll be a witness for my Lord? There was a man of the Pharisees. His name was Nicodemus, and he didn't believe. The same came to Christ by night, wanted to be taught out of human sight. Nicodemus was a man who desired to know how a man can be born when he's old. Christ told Nicodemus as a friend,
Man, you must be born again.
he said, mark not be wise, repent,
Believe and be baptized.
then you'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. You'll be a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. You read about Samson. From his birth he was the strongest man that ever lived on earth. Way back yonder in ancient times, he killed 10,000 of the Philistines. Then old Samson went a-wandering about. Samson's strength was never found out. Till his wife sat upon his knee, she said, tell me where your strength lies, if you please. Well, old Samson's wife, she talked so fair. Samson said,
Cut off of my head.
cut it off.
Make my head just as clean as your head, and my strength will come like a natural man.
Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Samson was a witness for my Lord. Soul is a witness for my Lord. There's another witness. There's another witness. There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness.
There's another witness for my Lord. My soul is a witness for my Lord.
Thank you so much. So amazing.
Knoxville High School, our administration staff, they're wonderful to work with. Here's a plug, please come see Chicago. Thank you. Team edition.
Thank you so much. We'll just take a moment for the screen to come down. Today is a day to take time and reflect and take pride in our many accomplishments, to renew our commitment for the work we do as PTA leaders, to be champions for all of the children in our school district, and to be advocates for their education. This evening, we celebrate the Ohio PTA's mission, which is every child, one voice. It's an honor to have with us today so many people who have received the Ohio PTA Achievement Award in years past. We thank you for your many years of devoted service to the children of Strongsville and the Strongsville City Schools. You have developed and managed so many different programs that are still benefiting the schools and the children in our district to this very day. We appreciate your accomplishments and your continued support. As I was looking back through the previous Founders Day winners list, I made note of going all the way back. We have names going clear back to 1965 on in some of the units. And I just found that was like truly amazing that this event and this award has been going on for that long. So there's such a legacy here, and every one of you are becoming part of this legacy in receiving this award. And I know many past recipients are here in the audience today, so if you've received this award in the past, would you please stand up? So tonight we celebrate the best in our PTA community. We will be recognizing 10 amazing individuals who go above and beyond for our students in our school district. They give their time, their talent, and their resources to their schools, to our community, and many other organizations. They commit countless hours to make our schools and city a better place. Helping me on stage tonight is Susan Thomas, Council Vice President. She'll be helping pass out the awards. And with that, we will get it started. And so just administratively, we will go in the order of the program. So if you know that you are coming up next, feel free to come up and you can join on the stage here to keep the flow moving quickly. So our first award is for the Council PTA and will be presented by Teresa Karsnak.
Good evening, everybody. The hometown guy over there makes Strongsville proud. Dan Faust graduated from Strongsville High School, earned a degree in marketing from Miami University, and went on to receive his MBA from Baldwin Wallace. Dan married his high school sweetheart, Michelle. They have 3 children, Jeremy, Julia, and Kyle, who all graduated from Strongsville as well. Dan and Michelle live in our city and are involved in school and community activities. Dan was hired by Strongsville in 2016 as our communication coordinator. His job and responsibilities include sharing all internal and external communication within the district, community, TV, radio, and beyond. Dan writes Mustang Moments, creates presentations, and community event. Mr. Faust, as he sometimes asks me to call him, promotes the accomplishments and upcoming events of our students, staff, PTA, and other organizations in the district. You have hopefully heard the phrase Model Mustang. Model Mustang is the district's instructional plan. It creates opportunities for our students and staff to be innovative, resilient, collaborative, global, and empowered learners and educators. Dan Faust truly is a model Mustang. Some of the examples include in innovation, Dan continues to organize new experiences for the community, including Halloween greet and treat, yard signs for seniors. With resilience, Dan works tirelessly, including his own time for the school levy campaign, and comes up with different ways to get the facts of the levy to all community members. He works with people in our district and our community. Collaboration. Dan is sought out by many teams and committees to join them on a wide range of topics and is a respected leader in our district. Global. Dan shares important information with the district, city, state, and beyond. He is an excellent communicator and strives to learn new ways to engage each and every member of our community. Empowered. Dan is data-driven, thinks outside the box, always wants other input, and listens to different views. Dan Faust is the first person the community sees when they arrive at Strongsville Administrative Office. He always has a smile, a kind word, and the information that people need. There could not be a better person representing our district at SAO. Personally, Dan and I share the same office space, and he's such a good tech coach, and I ask him frequently for advice. He is a great person to bounce ideas off of, someone to laugh with, and he truly is my friend. So congratulations, Dan.
So Teresa pretty much covered everything I was going to say, so thank you very much. Thank you, Teresa. It was very kind. And thank you, PTA Council, for this recognition. It's extremely humbling to be recognized. And congratulations to all the very deserving honorees tonight, and thank you all for your dedication to our district. Some might say that I was built for my position here at Strongsville City Schools. As you heard, I'm a lifelong Strongsville resident. Except for the 7 or so years my wife Michelle and I traveled the globe and experienced exotic places such as North Royalton and Berea. But we always knew we would eventually return and raise our family here in the community that both of us grew up in. Michelle and I are high school sweethearts. We met at Center Junior High. We both had great experiences and even maintained friendships from those early years. And we have raised 3 incredible kids. Now they're young adults in this community, with Strongsville Schools also being the solid foundation for their adventures after graduating from Strongsville High School. Just as I enjoy bragging about my own family, I truly love sharing the awesome things that are happening throughout our district, occurring on a daily basis. But I could never do my job effectively without the help of many. Thank you to the members of our central office leadership team, Colt, Cameron, Jenny, and George, Dave, Aaron, Andy, and Steve, and for all of our district's administrators for your support and your drive to make this district the very best it can be. Thank you to the principals and assistant principals at each building for your strong leadership and for your willingness to always answer my calls and emails with enthusiasm and an eagerness to help. Thank you to the teachers and staff for always welcoming me into classrooms so that I can take pictures and experience firsthand the learning taking place so I can in turn relay those exciting moments to our community. Thank you to our students for continuing to challenge yourselves and providing our district tremendous examples of stories about your growth and development. Thank you to our parents for your passion and involvement in your child's educational journey. You never are shy about sharing with us your opinions, thoughts, and ideas. Please keep doing so because it helps our district continue to grow. And most importantly, thank you to my beautiful, courageous, and very talented wife, Michelle. You inspire me every day with your commitment to education and the continued growth and development of your students at Lorain County Community College. If I am making just a fraction of the difference and impact you are making with your students, then I consider myself to be attaining significant success. Thank you again to PTA Council for this special honor. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Presenting the award for the Strongsville Early Childhood PTA are Katie Lewis and Beth Zeleznikar.
All right. It was with a unanimous decision that we have selected Michelle Hill to receive the SEPTA Ohio PTA Achievement Award this year.
Michelle began her SEPTA journey in 2017 when Cole was just an infant. She kicked off her involvement as homecoming chair. Over the years, she held several committee positions, planned numerous events, and worked hard to grow the SEPTA community. She took on her first board position as first VP and completely revamped and rebranded what is now the Early Childhood Resource Fair. She turned it into a community event that showcases not only preschools and daycares, but grew it in to include parent resources, extracurricular activities, and local family services. Most recently, she served as second VP, council delegate, and has taken a lead in planning this amazing event tonight.
Michelle is a motivator. She plans this annual Clear Your Clutter event that has become my favorite event of the year. It's an event where we gather over Zoom in the evening from the comfort of our own home, usually in our pajamas with our favorite drink in hand. And Michelle challenges each of us to pick one small area of our house to declutter that night with her on the call. She guides us, she provides us with tips and tricks and how to figure out what to keep versus donate versus throw away. But my favorite guidance from Michelle has to do with how to get rid of those sentimental items, the things that we feel like we just have to hold on to, but really they're in the corner collecting dust. And Michelle tells us to thank the item for its service, acknowledge what it did for us, and then acknowledge that it could be beneficial for someone else and bring joy to someone else's life and utility. So because of Michelle, I've become a very active member of the Buy Nothing group on Facebook, and I make it a goal to declutter one small area of my house every week, always with Michelle and her guidance in the back of my mind. Michelle is not only a motivator, but she is an innovator. She single-handedly created the kindergarten crash course 2 years ago. The crash course is an evening spent at the high school with a panel of parents that Michelle carefully picks, and the parents are of recent people who have gone through the kindergarten registration process. And Michelle guides the discussion with prompted questions, but then also allows the audience to participate too. And not only do we have this awesome discussion, but Michelle provides us with digital reminders. She reminds us when registration is coming, when to pay our dues, and I'm pretty sure without Michelle, I would have missed registration this year and not registered my daughter for kindergarten. So my shameless plug is that anyone who has kiddos going into kindergarten to attend the January kindergarten crash course, our next one will obviously be next year.
We can go on and on about all of Michelle's accomplishments over the years. She shows up to events with a contagious smile and makes friends fast, including myself, and I am now fortunate enough to call her one of my best friends and camping partners for life. She manages to work full-time while balancing many leadership roles in SEPTA. She's a devoted partner and loving mother to Cole. She not only cares about her immediate family and Strongsville family, but she volunteers for numerous community organizations. She's always putting others first. I am not sure how she does it all. Michelle is a connector. Last fall, she drove the Maria's ice cream wagon to a SEPTA family picnic. Everyone was able to enjoy ice cream, and all the proceeds went directly to prayers for Maria. That is who Michelle is.
Michelle is a lot of things. She's altruistic, thoughtful, innovative, driven, motivating. I could go on and on, but I'm pretty sure we'd be here all night, and I know everyone wants to eventually get home. So we are really sad to see Michelle graduate from SEPTA. If there was a way to freeze time and keep Cole in kindergarten forever so we could keep Michelle in SEPTA, I'm pretty sure I would figure out a way to do it. But unfortunately, there's not. But we are really excited to see how you grow and thrive over the next years with other PTAs. And she's already hit the ground running with Maraski, planning events, and doing all kinds of stuff. So Michelle, this award is very well deserved. Congratulations.
Thank you, Katie and Beth. I really appreciate you guys doing that for me tonight. So, when I took on this role as council delegate, my big goal for the position was to have a lot of transparency and communication and celebration around this award we're giving tonight. I advertised it in our Facebook group, I announced it in meetings, and I even put together a new nominating or form online and just really drove home the importance of what giving this award would be. I was so excited to recognize one of our amazing volunteers. And little did I know during that time, my board was scheming behind my back and decided to throw all of my hard work out the window. And they showed up at my house for what I thought was a review process for the applications, but instead told me to put on my shoes and stole me to go to Barrio and drink margaritas instead of reviewing applications, and told me that the board anonymously selected me for the award. It was truly a huge surprise, and I really appreciate all you guys did for me. Thank you, Sarah Polo, for encouraging me before Cole was even born to join SEPTA and get involved. I'm so glad we met back at Ohio University, and you introduced me to the joys of being a PTA mom. Man, if Court Street could see us now. Thank you to my SEPTA Village. I'm fortunate to call so many of you moms in my group my dear friends. We go through a lot those first few years of motherhood. I remember those early conversations at playgroups about formula and car seats, and then there was the agonizing discussions about where to send our kids to daycare. And now we're setting our alarms and trying to make sure we all get in the same summer camps for our grade school kids. And it's just really wild how these last 6 years have flown by. So thank you so much for this wild ride. I'm so grateful for the guidance, love, and support. Thank you to my fellow Moraski family and welcoming me into your lives and putting me to work. And congratulations to Melissa tonight. You were my first PTA mom that I met in Moraski, and you made me feel so welcome, so I really appreciate you. Thank you to the Strongsville teachers and administrative staff, all you do for Strongsville families. I get to see firsthand now that Cole is in kindergarten, the dedication and commitment, it's just incredible. And we're so very lucky to have you in our corner and you guys helping us raise our families. Thank you to my sister, Lisa, who is a 4th grade teacher and is the reason I'm so passionate about supporting our educators. You're truly the best teacher, aunt, role model, and sister. Mom and Dad, thank you for always encouraging me, even when I wanted to quit school in 2nd grade. And when you came home from 7th grade conferences, not my best day, but you always encouraged me, and I finally turned a corner in high school. And by the time I get to Athens, you bought me a Franklin planner so I could keep all my student activities straight, and I never looked back. Thank you to Keith for being a great dad and holding down the fort every time a volunteer shift pops up on the Google Calendar, which is a lot, being involved in 3 different units. So he's a total trooper. And last and most importantly, thank you, Cole. I wouldn't be up here today if it weren't for you, which might seem pretty obvious, huh? But you're the one that inspires me to be a better person each and every day. I've always had a passion and love for volunteering, but it's incredibly special to volunteer for the PTAs and watch you thrive. You make me proud to be your mom. I love you.
Our next award is for the Strongsville Early Learning Preschool and will be presented by Becky Jones.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It is my absolute honor to stand up here tonight and present this year's Ohio PTA Achievement Award for the Strongsville Early Learning Preschool PTA to Melissa Pastor. Melissa has been involved with the SELT PTA for the last 2 years since her son Henry joined the preschool at the age of 3. Since the day she joined, she's been an engaged and active member of our organization. Not kidding, I can remember at our very first meeting she ever attended, she jumped right in, offering insight and ideas how we could best support our teachers and staff that upcoming year. She brought a wealth of knowledge and creativity that any organization or PTA unit would be lucky to have. Melissa is selfless, dedicated, and caring. She isn't afraid to step up and get the ball rolling, while she always has a genuine way of making sure all members, new and seasoned, are able to get involved and feel included. Even with a full-time job and a busy home life, Melissa always finds a way to be there. And by be there, I mean physically at meetings and events, or just as an ear to listen or shoulder to cry on. She's always there. She's truly the mom friend you want and need in your tribe. One of the many things I admire about Melissa is her ability to make everybody feel included. She makes sure to get to know our families and our little ones. She treats everyone she meets like part of her family and embraces them to make our school feel like a community. I was lucky enough to spend some time volunteering at the preschool with Melissa last spring. It was heartwarming to watch her interact with the preschoolers, ask them each about their day, and surround them all with love and kindness. Speaking of children, I would be remiss to leave out the kind of mom Melissa is. Present, hands-on, passionate, and strong are just a few of the words that come to mind. Melissa is the biggest advocate for her son Henry. She works endlessly to ensure his success and happiness. Just another reason so many of us are so lucky to have somebody like Melissa as part of our village. Melissa is an advocate for all children of all abilities, and she's become a mentor and role model, not only to myself, but to everybody who meets her. Our members in the PTA and our school staff think highly of Melissa, as do many other parents within our district. As if everything she does for us at SELP isn't enough, Melissa is also very involved in SEPTA, serving in various committee positions on our SEPTA board as well. Melissa, we are honored to present you with this Ohio PTA Achievement Award tonight and appreciate who you are and everything you do and will continue to do for the Strongsville Schools community.
I want to say thank you to Becky and for SELP and for everybody for being here. My family moved back to Strongsville in the Cleveland area a couple years ago, and it was just overwhelming coming back here. And when Henry was old enough, we got him into the SELP preschool on an IEP, and that was where I met some of my new lifelong friends up here. And it's just been a wonderful experience. Having a child that has special needs, you just feel lost. And being a member of SELP has really helped me and has helped Henry, and you just couldn't ask for a better community than Strongsville. We lived in the Dayton area, and it was great, but it was nothing like Strongsville. Being here, you just see the community and you see the togetherness of everybody. Being a member of SELP is just fantastic because you get to see the kids from 3 and up. So I'm just so grateful to be here. I want to say thank you to my husband, who couldn't be here tonight because he's home with Henry. But I want to say thank you to my parents. Kind of the reason we chose Strongsville was because they were here and they live here. So I want to thank them for choosing Strongsville as well. I grew up in the Parma area, and moving to Strongsville as an adult, it's just amazing to see the community that we have here. Ultimately, being here will help Henry and will help me just thrive. There are so many things that I'd like to say, and so many people that I want to thank, but I don't want to talk here forever, and I'm not very good at talking, despite being a lawyer and talking for a living. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. I want to say thank you to SEPTA, I want to say thank you to SELP, and I want to say thank you for everybody being here and being engaged, because this is, why I'm proud to be from Strongsville. Thank you.
Our next award is for Chapman Elementary, and it will be presented by Allison Lake.
Good evening. I'm here tonight on behalf of Chapman PTA, and I'm thrilled to present the Ohio PTA Achievement Award to Candace McNeely. Candy is currently the co-president with me and served as our treasurer the previous 2 years. She has been a member of PTA since 2018 when her son started kindergarten. And over the last 6 years at Chapman, Candy has been involved with just about every aspect of PTA. What makes her most deserving of the award this year is that in addition to her role as co-president, she also took over our fundraising committee, including a fall mom sale, oversees Chapman Spirit Wear, and planned and executed a brand new event, a family tailgate prior to Chapman's night at the SHS football game. She led all of these activities in August and September while working her full-time in-office finance job. And additionally, Candy runs Chapman's Winter Wonderland Shop in December, a committee that she has been co-chair of for the last 3 years. Candy and her co-chair spent many hours shopping sales, managing their budget, organizing, setting up, tearing down, and helping students pick out gifts for their families. She always goes above and beyond, so it is not surprising that Winter Wonderland is one of the favorite events of our PTA. Candy is someone who will never leave a job undone. She's a strong leader, passionate about her family and friends, and is always willing to help make Chapman a better place for students and teachers. I'm so grateful to be in PTA alongside her and know we could not do what we do for our school without her. Congratulations, Candy.
Thank you, Allison, for the nomination. Good evening. I'm so incredibly honored to be standing up here, and congratulations to all the other deserving recipients. I was quite surprised when I heard I was nominated. This award goes to so many more people and belongs to our Chapman PTA volunteers. When I went to my first PTA meeting, I only knew 2 faces. Fast forward 6 years later, I became friends with many wonderful parents who care about our school and students. My family and I love the Chapman PTA events. My favorite is our Winter Wonderland shop that I co-chair with my friend Katie. We spend hours shopping, setting up, and running the shop. But it is worth it every year when the students enter the shop and their faces light up with excitement. It gets me every year. I also want to thank my family, Mike and JP, for being supportive and picking up the pieces at home while I am away planning events, shopping for Winter Wonderland, and attending meetings. Thank you for your time and enjoy the night.
The next award of the night is for Kinsner Elementary, and it will be presented by Susan Thomas.
Hello. I don't think I've ever put this in here before. I hope that's good. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm Susan. I've been at Kinsner for 6 years, and Krista joined the ranks of our PTA, I think about 3 years ago now. So I'm so excited to present for her. To be honest, I actually wrote a year ago what I was going to say when she won this award, because I knew that she was going to win this award at some point because she deserved it so much. And then I couldn't find it, and I rewrote it today. So here we go. Krista cares so clearly and represents Kinsner in all interactions with class and fairness. She accepted the role of PTA president in 2021 when others with triple the experience didn't, during an unimaginable mid-COVID time, with trust, pure energy, and hope to do whatever good she could, despite her inexperience at Kinsner. Prior to a scheduled summer tour and PTA training of sorts, Krista had stepped inside Kinsner all but 2 times during her daughter's kindergarten year, yet she still agreed to hold the leadership role of president for the best interest of our organization when the call came. She always considers the needs of the group before her own and gives graciously, often with 2 additional twin NATO helpers at her side, who, if you haven't seen up there yet, I'm sure you will. Her own values mimic that of PTA, and our children are all always considered fairly when she is at the helm or involved. Never will she belittle another member of the organization or mislead about a cause, or even her own time constraints or abilities. She is trustworthy, genuine, forward-thinking, inclusive, brave, and thorough. Come early 2023, Krista dove on in when the treasurer role was suddenly needing of a new leader too, and has learned the role and kept our organization afloat in that realm as well. Time and time again, she essentially says with her actions or words, if it is needed, I can try. Isn't that all we're hoping for around here from our parents or students, and an excellent behavior to model and lead our PTA and school in a positive direction time and time again? I'm so impressed by what she has achieved and excited about what she'll help those around her do in the coming years. Krista is a winner any way you slice it. She deserves recognition for her strength and above the top, heartfelt efforts more than any other volunteer in the past 3 years at our school. Most important to me is the likely collective truth in this room that all of us hope to leave anything we're a part of better than we found it. Krista was my first big find, if you will, of a willing, capable soul who just needed an open door and a hand and a little guidance into the organization to know that, you know, she could make a difference. So she has my heart for being ready for anything with the collective good always at the forefront. Congrats to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Susan, and thank you to the Kinsner PTA for this incredible honor. It's been such a pleasure to work with the Kinsner PTA, the Early Learning Preschool PTA, and the Council PTA, and I look forward to working with all of you for many, many years to come. I was asked to consider serving as Kinsner PTA president when my oldest was about to start first grade. And like everyone else, I had just suffered through pandemic times, remote learning, and remote PTA meetings. So I had twin littles at home, as Susan mentioned, and I literally attended all of the remote PTA meetings with my camera off and my microphone off because of all of the chaos swirling in the background. And I figured, nobody here knows me, I don't know anybody, but you know, I'm gonna keep going anyway. So I was asked to so when Susan approached me about stepping up to a much bigger role, I thought, what, me? Why? You know, isn't there somebody better? There's got to be somebody better out there to do this. But a job needed done, and so I stepped in, and I did it. And I'm so grateful that I did. So I don't know how many people know this, but in certain circles, the PTA is kind of a bad, as an institution, has kind of a bad reputation. You know, there's some dirty stereotypes that PTA members are, you know, sometimes condescending or cliquey or judgmental, mean girls, if you will, or guys. But thankfully, I hadn't heard about that before I started. And even more thankfully, it couldn't be further from the truth here in Strongsville. Instead of finding these mean girl stereotypes to be true here, instead what I found is that in Strongsville is a group that is motivated, active, genuinely caring and kind, and who would literally walk through barbed wire over hot coals to get things done for these kids out here. And I couldn't be more grateful to be included as part of this group. Time after time, I see a group of parents and teachers and administrators who keep showing up for these kids, whether we're fighting for the levy, ensuring our classrooms have the resources that they need, planning and staffing book fairs, dances, events, fun runs, and countless other things. Every moment has truly been a privilege. First as a member and then as a president and a treasurer as well as council delegate for the preschool, I've witnessed firsthand the dedication of our PTA members, the many, many, many hours volunteered, and the unwavering commitment to our children's success. It's truly inspiring. But the most gratifying aspect of this journey is seeing the impact on our children's faces. Seeing them smile along their journey through Strongsville City Schools because of something that we've done. Knowing that we've played a role, no matter how big or small, in enriching their school experience. These things are as amazing as they are gratifying. Thank you to everyone here and to everyone who wanted to be here but couldn't make it for being a part of that. I am very humbled to accept this award tonight and even more humbled to be part of such an amazing group who continually shows up for the kids. As we move forward, I can't wait to continue to work with everybody here, to continue building momentum, embracing new challenges, and providing a welcoming environment to all. And I hope that we all never lose sight of the faces that light up the school hallways each day. Because when it comes to our children's school experience, I truly believe that there's no greater achievement than knowing that we've made a difference together. Thank you.
Next up, welcome to the stage Casey Johnson, who will give out the award for Muraski Elementary.
Good evening. I am very honored to present Melissa Kraszewski with the Ohio PTA Achievement Award. If you're fortunate enough to call Melissa a friend, you know she doesn't post a lot on social media, but she does share positive and inspirational messages. So I would like to start off with one of my favorites. We should be lifting each other up and cheering each other on, not trying to outshine one another. The sky would be awfully dark with just one star. This statement helps give some insight into the type of person Melissa is. Melissa can light up a room with her joy and positivity. She is one of the most encouraging and generous women I have met. These attributes are evident in her friendships, but also with everything she has done for our PTA over the last 6 years. After she joined the PTA, she quickly jumped in to help lead our Ways and Means Committee with Michelle Fabrizi. Something that I have heard Melissa say multiple times is just because it's always been done this way doesn't mean we have to keep doing it that way. She is always looking at how we can do things better or just change it up to make it more exciting or get more people involved. So together, they introduced some fundraisers to Muraski, like the Readathon, which got our students even more excited about reading. They also organized a fall mom sale in which parents could drive up and get their flowers delivered right to their cars. And I just have to give a special shout out to Melissa's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Studer, who are here tonight, not only for raising such an amazing daughter, but also they have been seen multiple years at the mom sale, unloading the moms and organizing hundreds of flowers. One of our most successful fundraisers that she brought to the school was the Fun Run, which raised enough money to build an outdoor pavilion at our school, which has extended the learning center, or the learning space, into the outdoors, and our teachers and kids are truly enjoying it. Melissa has also been active on our executive board, serving as council delegate, and is currently our co-president, where she truly leads by example. Her work ethic is like none other. What this woman can accomplish in one day is truly unmatched. She shows up to everything and works hard until the job is done. And she's also super organized and has often been seen organizing our small, relatively chaotic closet, even after a full day of carnival setup and teardown. Her style of leadership has allowed many to step up, have a voice, and express their own creativity, which has made our unit such a fun and positive group that loves working together. So much of what she does doesn't have a sign-up or a title. She just has a way of bringing people together and getting the best out of them. She is there for anything and everything you need as a PTA member and as a friend. So I'll wrap up with this final quote by Mandy Hale. There is nothing more beautiful than someone who goes out of their way to make life beautiful for others. Congratulations, Melissa.
Thank you, Casey. I wasn't planning to cry yet, but first off, congratulations to all the nominees. I'm deeply honored to receive this award and to be part of such an exceptional community. Standing here, I represent many individuals, both present and not with us here tonight. Excuse me. The Muraski PTA community has profoundly influenced my life. Over the past 6 years, I've had the privilege of serving alongside some of the most selfless, remarkable, and dedicated women who I'm grateful to call my closest friends. These individuals are the example having a servant's heart. Service encompasses not only grand gestures, but also small acts of kindness, such as attentive listening and performing necessary tasks without complaint. Having a servant's heart means that no job is too small to be beneath us. Any way we can help is great. This sentiment brings to mind a quote by George Bernard Shaw, which I'd like to share. This is the true joy in life, being used for a purpose recognized by yourself as a mighty one, being a force of nature instead of a feverish, selfish little clod of ailments and grievances, complaining that the world will not devote itself to make you happy. I am the opinion that my life belongs to the whole community, and as long as I live, it is my privilege to do for it what I can. I want to be thoroughly used up when I die, for the harder I work, the more I live. I rejoice in life for its own sake. Life is no brief candle to me. It is a sort of splendid torch, which I have got hold of for the moment, and I want to make it burn as brightly as possible before handing it on to future generations. This quote sums up the spirit of those who generously donate their time to better their community. I extend my heartfelt thanks to my parents, who have been monumental role models in my life and have instilled me in the value of giving back.
Their unwavering support and willingness to lend a hand, even during busy times like our annual mom fundraiser, have been invaluable. I also want to express gratitude to my children, Ethan and Griffin, for their understanding when my responsibilities with the PTA take me away from them. A special thank you to the PTA members who have mentored me throughout this journey. Special shout outs to Michelle Fabrizi and Cinnamon Safani, and to our principal, Mr. Griffin, for his receptiveness to our event ideas and collaborative spirit. Lastly, thank you to my husband, Brian. Thank you for working hard and providing for our family to allow me to have the opportunity to put my heart in this role in PTA. You have given me confidence and motivation and have always believed in me. Your support has contributed to my success. Thank you for being with me on this journey. Thank you.
The next award is for Sarar Elementary and will be presented by Amy Laban.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Amy Laban, longtime Sarar PTA member. Tonight, I have the honor of presenting the Ohio PTA Achievement Award from Sarar PTA to my dear friend, Christina Ice. Christy and I got our start in PTA together back in August of 2016 when our oldest kid started kindergarten there. Christy's been an involved member of our PTA ever since then. She took on the role of Staff Appreciation Committee co-chair in the 2017-2018 school year and has held on to it since. Christy worked with Kia Sandusky and Christy Corsi as her co-chairs, and to say they have killed it would be an understatement. The Sarar staff has been so well taken care of thanks to Christy's thoughtful and creative ideas. Throughout her time as co-chair, Christy has organized around 30 conference night meals and treated our staff to 7 amazing staff appreciation weeks. During the 2020-2021 school years, when we couldn't actually be in the school with the kids due to COVID, Christy and Kia took it upon themselves to renovate the Sarar staff lounge. Included new paint, a new coffee machine, a new refrigerator, among many other upgrades. Multiple times a year, our staff lounge is stocked with all the goodies a teacher could want, thanks to Chrissy. Chrissy has done so many things for our staff, other things for our staff, hiring food trucks to the school, pushing around a snack cart to deliver treats during the day, and having kids write inspiring notes to our teachers and post them on their door. These are just a few examples. And she did all of this while being a wife, a mom to 2 busy kids, and holding a full-time job. Many of the events Chrissy planned required her to leave early in the morning for a coffee or bagel pickup, or come back to the school in the evening to ensure the dinners went perfectly, not to mention all the behind-the-scenes planning. Kia Sandusky said it best. Chrissy is super organized, an excellent communicator, super creative, and has a heart of gold. The perfect person to show gratitude for our teachers. The staff at Sarar feels so appreciated thanks to Chrissy's dedication to her position. And this only creates better opportunities for our children. All of us at Sarar will miss Chrissy when her youngest moves on to the middle school next year. We are so lucky to have her. Congratulations to all of this year's award recipients, and especially our own, Chrissy Ice.
Well, thank you, Amy, for making this night so special for me. And thank you to all of my PTA peers for selecting me. I'm utterly flattered and humbled, and if you saw my expression when I learned of the news at the knock on my front door, you'd know I was also completely surprised. Tonight means so much, not just to me, but to my entire family who are here supporting me. It's so important that my kids actually miss sports for it, so it's a big deal. So thank you to my family, Aniston, Brian, Griffin, Emerson, my parents, my sisters, and to all my incredible friends for being here to support me. Not growing up in Strongsville, I was torn where to send our kids to elementary school. But with a gentle nudge by my Strongsville born and raised husband, Brian, we chose Sarar. And he will love me for saying this in front of all of you. Brian, you were right. Choosing Sarar was the best decision we ever made for our 2 little ones, Aniston and Griffin. From Mrs. Lazar's kindergarten orientation, where I feverishly took notes, Hillary and Kello, you are my witness, to now, this award really has caused me to reflect on this chapter of my life. I've made incredible friends, many of which are here tonight, and we've done some amazing things for the other group we love just as much as the students, which are the best teachers and staff. I share this award with the Staff Appreciation Committee and my co-chairs past and present, especially Kia Sandusky and Chrissy Corsi. We've had so much fun restocking and renovating the staff lounge with the help of many volunteer hands. We've organized food trucks and parent-teacher conference dinners, created endless tokens of our gratitude, and much more. But one of my all-time favorite memories is in our after-hours artistic attempts to decorate the glass windows and doors of Sarar for Teacher Appreciation Week. We set off the school alarms, and shortly after heard the wails of police sirens growing closer, that we thought for sure were meant for us. Thankfully, they were not. Our art ability was mediocre, but not criminal. Celebrating our deserving teachers and staff, helping to make this school a safe space for our kids to grow and thrive, and being a part of the PTA has been the easy part. The hard part will be saying goodbye to Sarar as our son Griffin joins his sister Aniston here at the middle school next year. Timing is everything, so you can see why getting this award this year means everything to me. I will hold the last 8 years at Sarar in my heart, and I wish the future PTA the same successes and special memories that I will cherish forever. Thank you again.
The Whitney Elementary Award will be presented by Amanda Donnellan.
On behalf of Whitney Elementary, I am truly honored to present the Ohio PTA Achievement Award to Meredith DeGuire. Meredith is no ordinary PTA member. She consistently exceeds expectations and sets new benchmarks for us all. Meredith made the commitment to join the PTA board almost 2 years ago when she agreed to accept the nomination for secretary for the 22-23 school year. Like many of us, Meredith is deeply committed to transforming our school into the best possible version of itself, ensuring our staff, and more importantly, our students, have a pleasurable and fun school experience. She has proved her outstanding organizational skills time and time again, but more specifically, by planning and executing 2 of the most memorable events we have, the Daddy-Daughter Dance and Mother-Son Night. These 2 events were near and dear to her heart, as Whitney had not hosted these types of events in years. This year, Daddy's Daughter Dance, which is being held on Friday, has a Candyland theme, and we will host more than 180 students and families here at the middle school, because our gym's a little too tiny for it this year. This year, she took the initiative to take charge of fundraising activities, which included butter braids, mums, and fun run. She also skillfully revamped our headroom parent committee membership, making it more efficient and streamlined. Meredith's innovative approach as the queen of the QR code has had a significant positive impact. Tasks that previously demanded spreadsheets, emails, organization, and large volumes of paper were effortlessly consolidated into a user-friendly Google Sheet. She has successfully transitioned us to nearly 100% away from paper with our membership forms and streamlined the coordination with the school secretary for room parent volunteers and, most importantly, our volunteer hours. Her contributions exceed way beyond our PTA, as she also serves on the board of the Strongsville Education Foundation and participated in this year's Building Facilitation Committee. Including all of these responsibilities, she juggles while also being a full-time working mom to Annie, Nick, Lucy, and a devoted wife to Justin. I cannot think of anyone more deserving of this 2024 Founders Day Award than Meredith DeGuire.
Thank you, Amanda. I am completely
honored and humbled to be receiving this award tonight. Funny story, I didn't even know I was being nominated, nor I'd be a recipient of this award until they announced it in our PTA newsletter. They knew darn well that I would not accept. I learned out, my husband took a screenshot of the PTA newsletter and sent it to me via text during the workday so I could have a very chill reaction. So this award is, I am just a small piece of the puzzle at Whitney. I feel incredibly blessed to work with such a strong PTA group of ladies, Amanda Donnellan, Michelle Moles, Bethany Bixler, Molly Sunkel, as well as all the parents and volunteers who constantly come out, show up, and support our students and staff to ensure just a superior educational and work experience. This all started 2 years ago. Michelle Moles, I'm not gonna lie, I was probably complaining about something and realized in order to see any change, I needed to be the change. So working with Michelle, I thought I was gonna be just attending meetings once a month and taking notes, and it kind of snowballed into something else. So while I do have a special thank you to Michelle, so thank you for supporting all my bad ideas, encouraging me to still continue even though they're probably not the best ideas, but we did it. So I appreciate the honor, and that's it. So thank you.
Next, we have the award for the Strongsville Middle School, presented by Diane Kosmikis and Nicole Tresnick.
Hello. So we are honored to present the Middle School Founders Day Award to Becky Therian. Becky and her husband Adam have 3 children in the Strongsville school system. Ava is a freshman at the high school, and Cam and Ella are in 6th grade here at the middle school. As soon as Ava started kindergarten at Kinsner, Becky joined the PTA and immediately became involved at the school. One of Becky's best assets is her ability to party plan and decorate for events. And as you will see, there's a whole slide dedicated to all her creativity and everything she's done. So look out for it, it's awesome. The amazing details she put into each and every daddy-daughter dance at Kinsner created the perfect environment for memories to be made and for each student to feel special. In addition to the dances, she also helped with the mother-son events, served as a room parent and room parent coordinator, and was on the 5th grade graduation committee that helped to put together a wonderful celebration for all the graduates.
At the middle school, Becky is a part of the Staff Appreciation Committee. She does a beautiful job of putting together a meal and decorations to ensure that each staff member feels appreciated and valued. In addition, Becky is always the first person to volunteer to help at the middle school book fair, organize a Strongsville soccer dinner and fun events for the girls, help at a fundraiser, and provide educational opportunities about the levy or issues affecting our schools. We are so blessed and grateful to have Becky and her family in our community, and we are honored to present her with this award. Congratulations, Becky.
Got to get my notes so I stay on task here. Thank you very much for this nomination. Thank you to the middle school PTA. And actually, I loved hearing each school speak about the different people that have impacted their schools, and it actually helped me to remember different stages of my involvement and my experiences at the schools. Do you remember, Chrissy, when we did early child PTA, the story and craft? I completely forgot about it until they were talking about all the different things from early childhood PTA. Okay, so I first want to say I was completely blown away by this nomination. I was told by my husband a couple weeks ago to be home during the day for a delivery that I needed to sign. And then I get a knock on my door, and it's Diane and Nicole and Leslie Placeway and Kelly Jungerberg who all looked so beautiful. Cute outfits, hair done, makeup on, lip gloss, the whole thing, and I answered the door in my most heinous house sweatsuit. And they had these beautiful flowers, and they wanted to take a picture, and I was like, no, we're not going to do that. But I was so very blown away by the thoughtfulness and the nomination, so thank you very much. I first joined PTA most actively when our daughter Ava, who is now 15, went to kindergarten. My motivation for joining the PTA was just to kind of be a part of her life at school, to see what her world looked like, to see how I could be helpful in the classroom, see her teacher and meet her friends. And from there, it evolved. I have had the privilege over the years of being involved in art fairs and ice cream socials, helping out with little things in the classroom, and just becoming a part of the school community. What started as a way for me to be a part of her world at school quickly turned into the desire for me to give back to that school. Both my husband and I have felt so grateful for the teachers that our kids have had, for the staff that is in our schools. They've had the most wonderful school experience. So I have always felt like my involvement truly came from a place of wanting to give back for the wonderful experience our kids were giving, our kids were getting. Let's see. Let me jump back in here. As the kids have gotten older, I feel like it has gotten more challenging in some ways to keep giving your time. I just try to remind myself of all the wonderful things our kids have done in the schools. It all comes from a lot of different hands. It takes a lot of people's generosity and time to put those events on. One of my most favorite sayings is, "Many hands make light work." I truly believe in this quote, if you will. I try to live by that. We've been surrounded by not only great teachers and staff, but the most wonderful families in this city. And the things that they care about and they want to participate in become equally as important to me. So in any way that I can give my time and my energy to also help support their cause is a way that I feel like I keep a grateful heart. Before I wrap up, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to my husband, Adam. Over the years, he has been a maybe not so willing participant in the variety of things I have volunteered for. Often the first thing he says to me is, "When are you going to stop volunteering for this stuff?" But he always immediately follows it up with, "What do you need me to do?" Over the years, he's cut shapes out of paper to the point that his hands are cramping. He has learned many lessons that a glue gun has to teach as he helps me create robots out of juice boxes. And most recently, he has battled the morning coffee rush at Starbucks to help me deliver gallons of coffee to the middle school teachers and staff for a welcome back breakfast. Adam, I'm so appreciative of you, and I always feel your love and support. And to my support crew tonight, my in-laws and my parents and my girls, our son is at home sick for the third time in like a month, or I'm sure he would be here too, but I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here, and thank you again to the middle school for this great award. Thank you.
All right, our final PTA Achievement Award of the night will be for the high school, presented by Vicki Maloney.
Good evening, and thank you for being here tonight to recognize all of these recipients and all of their accomplishments. It's been several years since I've been here to present and introduce a recipient, and I couldn't be happier nor more proud to introduce Strongsville High School PTA's recipient of the Ohio PTA Achievement Award, Lori Uline. Lori and I are the old ladies here tonight. I started coming to this event before the Early Childhood PTA was the Early Childhood PTA. It was the preschool PTA. And I look back at all those people, and I thought, man, I want to be one of those people one of those days. And I was fortunate enough to get recognized, and I can't be happier to recognize Lori. Lori and her family, her husband Ron, and her 3 daughters, Haley, Megan, and Abby, moved here to Strongsville in 2015. Since then, she's been a valuable member of the Strongsville Music Department for many years and has more recently gotten involved in the PTA. She has her 3 beautiful daughters of her own, as I mentioned, but there are over 100 students in the music department that call her Mom, or Mama Uline. In her role as the marching band uniform chair for the instrumental music boosters, Lori has at times had a full-time job, spending more than 40 hours in a week at the high school or working on things at home. As an example, it's not even marching band season, and she was at the high school today for several hours dealing with marching band uniforms. The kids know who she is, love and trust her, and know they can go to Lori for whatever they need, whether it's help with a marching band uniform, a Band-Aid, or just a shoulder to cry on. During marching band season, she arrives at the high school at least an hour before the band members arrive, travels with the band to all the games, whether they're home or away, and is the last person to leave the school after the game. She puts away all the uniforms, makes sure they're hung appropriately, and then goes home. Many times, the last adult in the building besides the band director. She makes sure everyone has what they need to perform and does it with a smile and usually a piece of candy. She's always known for having a bowl of candy in the uniform room, and if the kids hang their uniform correctly, they get a piece of candy. Lori's also given much of her time to the choir department, where her daughter Megan was active before graduating in 2022. Again, Lori was the mom for those kids, supported them at concerts, helped with costumes, and traveled with them to competitions. She's always their biggest cheerleader. When After Prom needs a blackjack dealer, Lori has been there to help, dressed for the theme, and usually has a full table of students for the entire night. I'm not exactly sure why, but I think it's because no one ever leaves a loser. They always win at Lori's table. This year, when we didn't have anyone to chair the food committee for After Prom, though she's only got a senior 1 year left, this is it, she stepped up to take on that with enthusiasm and lots of great ideas. I got to know Lori when we both chaperoned the 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. in 2019. We were roommates. We didn't know each other all that well, but we got to know each other really well. 5 hours on a bus and lots of time in a hotel room will do that. Our kids, Abby and Andrew, who were 8th graders then, are now seniors preparing for graduation and moving on to college. Since then, I've watched Lori volunteer wherever she's able, encourage and support other parents and families when they volunteer, and has even helped to encourage new parents and families to get involved where they previously hadn't. Lori clearly knows that our kids learn from example and sets an excellent example for the next generation on how to give back to the community and support our children. Congratulations to my friend, Lori Uline.
First of all, I want to say thank you for this award. It was a surprise, and it is very much appreciated. I want to thank the band directors and the choir directors from the high school, because without their support, I couldn't have been there to be with the kids as much as I loved to be and as much as I wanted to be. I want to thank all of the booster organizations, the choir boosters and the band boosters, along with the PTA, for allowing me to be as involved with the kids as I have been. I also want to thank my family, because without their support, I couldn't be up at the high school as much as I have been. And my husband has been my rock when food isn't ready or wash isn't done. He has my back. I just want to say that I have enjoyed more than I can say my time with the band and the choir. And I'm so glad I get to be there at After Prom to see all of them before they graduate. It has been one of the best experiences, getting to see them every week and getting to be a part of their lives, because they are truly great kids. I have also met some absolutely wonderful parents and become friends with these parents, and I consider them lifelong friends now. So what I would like to say to all of you with young kids in this district, stay involved through high school, because our high school kids are wonderful and you will enjoy it just as much as you enjoy it now. Thank you so much.
All right, we have one more thing, briefly. We have Vicki Maloney. It's convenient that she's up here because we wanted to give her a special thank you. She has been in the PTAs for over 15 years, at least, maybe a little bit, 19 years. And she has been involved at all levels, starting immediately with the board at Muraski. And I know she received this award back in 2015, and then she just kept going after that. She's made a significant impact for the council PTA, and she's managed all the grants that all of the schools get every year, which I try to do numbers in my head, has to be at least $100,000 or more at this point. And that's no small task. I know she has many people helping her, but she's graduating out this year. So it's her last year with us as PTA, and we wanted to just give her a quick round of applause and say thank you. You don't want to say anything more? You don't have to. I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. We caught her off guard with that one. So next up, we get the pleasure of hearing from Dr. Cameron Ryba, our superintendent for the Strongsville City Schools.
You know, as I was waiting to come up and listen to Vicki's recognition, I saw the picture that was up here, and my boys, whenever we take pictures, the real story behind it is they try to get taller than Dad, right? So it's a game to see if they could go up on their tiptoes. So I told my son Evan is next to me, that the hair does not count. What do they call it now? The flow? The flow does not count in the picture. But if you could just join me in, this is just such a wonderful evening, and congratulations to all of our recipients this year. So if you could just join me by giving all of them one more round of applause, if you would. You know, there's so many reasons why I love this evening, but one of the things I enjoy is hearing the stories that people share when they come up here. And, you know, starting off with Dan and I work closely together. We meet every week, and every week when we meet, we talk about each other's family and how the weekend went. And I know about all the things that his kids are going through, but I don't think I've seen a picture of their significant others, right? So it was beautiful to see the great young people that they've ended up with and are continuing their life with. And you know, I learned, there's Michelle, like, buy nothing Facebook group, right? My wife is going to learn about this Facebook group when we go home tonight. That sounds like a great idea. But one of the things that really comes across is amazing to me is when the recipients tell their stories, the stories they're getting recognized for all that they've done in service of others. But the stories they tell are about how others have supported them. And I think it just goes to show the true character of who the recipients are and why they're so deserving. You know, last week on this night, we had our State of the Schools presentation, and one of the things that I shared during that time is how we're working as a school district to invest back in our students. And we talk about how we invest back by reimagining the classroom or adding technology or supporting the whole child through mental health or career and college pathways, and we do that because we want to ensure that we're meeting our purpose each and every day, that we're inspiring and empowering today's learners to build the leaders we want of tomorrow. And we do that, as Teresa said in her speech, to build model Mustangs. And you know what struck me today as I was listening to everybody's speech, and we talk about model Mustangs being empowered and innovative and resilient and collaborative and having a global mindset, I think there's a sixth competency that we need to add, and that's service above self. And that's really what tonight is about. And as superintendent, you know, what gets me up in the morning and come to work every day is I want to ensure that every one of our 5,700 plus students has the same experience that I would expect and want for my own kids. And that was evident in the work that all of you do, that you are bringing that spirit of volunteerism to the school so that you can share and ensure not just your own kids, but other kids have that same experience. And for that, we are eternally grateful. So on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire district, I want to thank all of you, all of the past recipients, all of the current recipients, for giving of your time and talents in service of others, because we are a better school, we are a better community, and our kids have a better future because of the kindness, selflessness, and love that you demonstrate each and every day for our kids. So congratulations again to all of our recipients. Thank you for what you've done and continue to do. And if your husband ever says things like Adam, like, hey, do we really need to volunteer again? The answer is most definitely yes. So appreciate all of you. Have a great rest of your evening, and Katie's going to come up with a few final words.
All right, one final thing before we all leave here tonight. The Continue the Excellence Committee, which if you don't know is the committee responsible for helping our levies pass, has a very quick video since we're all gathered here today. It's not often we get this many people gathered in a room, so we have a quick video that we want to play in support of our levy, which is coming up on March 19th. No sound? I could hear it just a little bit. I could hear a little bit. Am I the only one that heard it? Oh, it's okay. I'll just talk. All right, so rather than watch a silent video, so basically what the mayor spoke about at the levy rally last weekend was how important it is to actually get out and vote. We know that every single person who lives in Strongsville who is in this room would vote yes if they're at the polls, but the key is actually getting everyone there to vote, especially when it's not a presidential election and there aren't a lot of other huge issues on the ballot. Some people can get ambivalent and just not make the time and effort to get to the polls. So the message here is how important it is for our school district, for our property values, for supporting our schools and keeping them strong and thriving as they are today. So make sure on March 19th you get out and you vote for issue 25 and vote yes. And just make sure you and grab 10 of your friends, take them to the polls with you, encourage them to get out and vote, and if they can't make it, try to encourage them to get their absentee ballots and vote ahead of time. It's really important as we move forward in our next phase as a district that the levy pass on March 19th. And with that, we can conclude our event for the night, and if I could ask for all the recipients to come up on stage for a group photo, that would be great. Thank you guys for being here.